Hello, and welcome to another episode of Cooking for Two. So we're going to make ham and potato casserole for two. So I've peeled 3 potatoes, and I'm going to cut these as uniform as I can. You can use a mandolin if you want, but you know, I prefer the rustic approach today. Mainly because I don't want to wash my mandolin for 3 potatoes. Can you feel me? Now you know how quickly potatoes oxidize and turn brown, so I'm going to put these, separating them to make sure my knife cuts went through. And I'm going to put these in water until we're ready to use them later. And that'll be the end of step 1. Next thing we're going to do is half an onion. Yep, just a half. Let's get rid of our trash, because we ain't about that. Now then, just a simple dice, because we're going to cook it. And we're going to cook it in butter. And I'll meet you at the stove. So there's our butter melting. And we're going to add our chopped onion. This is going to do 2 things. First, it is going to soften up these onions so that when we bake it later, they'll be nice and tender and good. And second, it's going to give our white sauce a very good flavor. Now, we definitely need salt in here. It'll help break down the onions, and it'll also flavor the sauce as well. So we're going to let this go for just a few minutes until it starts to turn translucent. Okie doke. Look at that. That looks awesome. So now we're going to add flour. There's no exact measurements when you're making a roux. You just want to put enough flour in so that it absorbs all of your all of the butter. Maybe a touch more. Alright, now we're just going to cook this for just a minute. Let the raw flour taste. Leave it. And we're going to add milk. It's hot roux and cold milk. You don't have to whisk it in because it will not clump. There will be no lumps. How do I know? Because I'm pretty smart. I cook a lot. I'm really not that smart. I just cook a lot. So, while this is coming up temperature, we're going to add a few seasonings. Okay. So to this, we're going to add another pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, a few dashes of cayenne. Stir that in. You can see now it's starting to thicken up, which is awesome, because that is what we want to happen. Once that is stirred in, we're going to add just a little bit of nutmeg and some thyme leaves. Just a few shakes. And the sauce is done. You can see now that it's really getting thick. So I just turned off the heat. Now we're going to go and assemble this bad boy. So this is just a single piece of ham steak. You can see how big it is. Perfect for dinner for two or cooking for two. Now here's what I want to do with this. I'm going to cut it in half that way. Then I'm going to make strips. And I'm going to cut them as thin as I can. Then I'm going to cut those in half. Again with the rustic. Bam. Look at that. Here we go. If you see some that are too long, give them a cut. Because you don't want them so long that you're choking on it for shiz. Mine is. Next, I'm going to drain these potatoes and I'm going to pat them dry as best I can. So here's our trusty loaf pan. Perfect for cooking for two. I'm going to put down a little bit of sauce so that it does not stick. Then we're just going to start layering potatoes, and you want to kind of overlap them a bit. Okay, now, every time you do a layer of potatoes, you have to sprinkle some salt. Potatoes need salt, no doubt about it. I'm going to put just a little bit more of this on. We're going to top it with a little bit of cheese. This is freshly grated freshly grated cheddar. I believe it's medium. This is Gruyere. Gruyere is kind of like a Swiss cheesy type of cheese. It's used in French baking a lot. So we're just going to put some of this on there. Yum City. Next, let's throw some ham on it. Cooking for two, not only is it inexpensive, but it's perfect. I mean, let's just say you're like, it's just me, or it's just the two of us, and so I don't really want to cook because of that reason. I say to you, do my cooking for two videos. Less waste, which is what we're big on. And if you don't eat it all, freeze it. Hello? Who doesn't like leftovers? Don't answer that. There's probably a bunch of you. Leftovers to me are the ultimate. Let me tell you why. Because leftovers are already made. All you have to do is heat it up, nuke it. Big deal. Boom. All right, second layer, almost forgot salt. Shame on me. Some more of this. I know it looks thin, but it's going to cook in the oven. And it'll get really thick. Trust that. All right. More cheese. Bit more Gruyere. Spread it around. Ham. All right, and that's our one slice of ham. I'm gonna give this a little press. Get down in there. And our final layer of potatoes. Turns out, it looks like 3 is the magic number. Again, no waste. If I needed more potato, it wouldn't be nothing at all for me to just do another one. Peel it and slice it. But I'm not gonna, because I don't need to. Okay. Now we're gonna use the rest of the sauce. This sauce is so stinking yummy. And you saw how easy it was. So I'm just gonna give this a little smush around. Back to the cheese. Finally, a little more Gruyere. Then we pick up all the cheese that went crazy. All right, smooth this out. It's gonna go in a 350-degree oven. We're gonna start it at 45 minutes and then take a look. It says an hour to an hour and a half, but that's for a 9x13. So we're gonna go 45 minutes. Maybe we'll go 50. We'll go 50. I'll check back with you in 50 minutes. As you can see, I just took it out of the oven. It's been 1 hour. I did 50, looked at it, needed more, so I did 10 minutes more. Now the thing you need to do is, you need to check one of these potatoes, because there is nothing worse than an undercooked potato. So I'm gonna try it and burn my face off. Super hot. But damn, that's good. Woo! Very flavorful. So I'm gonna let this cool down a little bit and set up before I dish any out. But hey, if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you make it, 'cause I'm always curious to see how it turns out for everybody. So we will see you on the next time. Bye. Have a good day.